Hi, good morning to all. Welcome back for the second class of the chapter number 1, Evolution of Operating System. In evolution of operating system, that means what are the different types of operating system. In this section, we are going to discuss about the different types of operating systems. So far in this scenario, the first is your mainframe systems. This mainframe system was the first computer used to handle many commercial and scientific applications, and it reduced setup time by batching similar jobs, automatic job sequencing, automatically transfer control from one job to another. Next is your fast it is known as the initial control in monitor and control transfer to the job, and these are the mainframe system handle more than one process at a time, and it having the also so it follows the parallel processing technique to solve the different systems. Next is your batch processing operating system. This type of operating system accepts more than one job, and these jobs are batched and grouped together according to their similar requirements. And this is done by the computer operator. Whenever the computer becomes available, the batch jobs are sent for execution, and gradually the output is sent back to the user. This batch processing and it also allowed by one program at a time, and this operating system is responsible for scheduling the jobs according to the priority and resource required. So generally batch system, what is the objective of this batch system? Now it is speed up the processing, because that means how batch means it's a group. So which system becomes it makes a group. Now those process having similar needs and that means similar type of inputs and output of that means there is some similarity. So operating system batch them or group them and ran them through the computer as a group. So that is the main technique behind this batch processing operating system. So next is your multi-programming operating system. Multi-programming increase first thing is that what is the multi-programming? Now multi-programming increases CPU utilization by organizing jobs so that the CPU always has one to execute. That is the multi-programming. And this type of operating system is used to execute more than one job simultaneously by a single processor. It increases CPU utilization by organizing jobs so that the CPU always has one job to execute. Next, the concept of multi-program is described, or you can say the concept of multi-programming is that all the jobs that enter the system are stored in the job pool, or you can say it is a disk, and the operating system loads a set of jobs from the job pool into main memory and begins to execute. Again I am repeating, all the jobs that enter into a system are stored in the job pool. The operating system loaded a set of jobs from the job pool into main memory and begins to execute. During the execution, the job may have to wait for some tasks, such as for the input-output operation to complete. In a multi-programming system, the operating system simply switches to another job and executes. When that job needs to wait, the CPU is switched to another job and so on. When the fast job finishes, that means when the fast job finishes waiting and it gets the CPU back. As long as at least one job needs to execute, the CPU is never idle. So in multi-programming operating system, use the mechanism of job scheduling and CPU scheduling method. So what are the scheduling will be discussed in the next chapter. So that is the method. Next is your time sharing or multitasking operating system. Time sharing or multitasking operating system is a logical extension of multi-programming. It provides extra facilities, and these facilities are faster switching between multiple jobs to make processing faster. Allow multiple users to share computer system simultaneously. The users can interact with each job while it is running. And this system uses a concept of virtual memory for effective you can say utilization of memory space. So hence this operating system, no jobs are discarded. Each one is executed using the virtual memory concept. It uses CPU scheduling, memory management, disk management, security management. A time share operating system allows many users to share the computer simultaneously. Since each action or command in a time share system tends to be short, only a little CPU time is needed for each user. A time share operating system uses CPU scheduling and multi-programming to provide each user with a small portion of a time share computer. A program loaded into the memory and executes is commonly referred to as a process. And the time sharing also, here I am going to want to say one thing. Time sharing operating system are even more complex than multi-programming operating system. In both cases, jobs must be kept simultaneously in memory, but the system must have memory management and protection. So these are about the time sharing. Let's come to the multiprocessor. In the multiprocessor operating system are also known as parallel operating system or tightly coupled operating system. Such operating systems have more than one processor in close communication that sharing the computer bus, the clock, and sometimes memory and peripheral devices. It executes multiple jobs at the same time and makes the processing faster. What are the next going to discuss? What are the advantages of the multiprocessor? First is your increased throughput. That throughput means the performance, right? By increasing the number of processors, the system performs more work in less time, and the speed up ratio with n processor is less than n. Increased reliability. If one processor fails to do its tasks, then each of the remaining processor must pick up a share of the work of the failed processor. Next come to the distributed operating system. In distributed operating system, the different machines are connected to a network and each machine has its own processor and own local memory. In this system, the operating system on all the machines work together to manage all the collective network resources. It can be classified into two categories: client-server system and peer-to-peer system. So, for today's, this is about this is for today's class. So next class we will discuss from the real time operating system. So thank you for today's class. Thank you to all.